Hello, my name is Steven Stepe and I'm with Meditation Factory. Today I'd like to lead you on a meditation that has to do with learning to let go of attachments and to kind of go with the God flow, whatever that may be. I think of that more or less as kind of being in the zone where you probably experienced it before, either at work or doing something else, but where everything tends to go right, where everything is just effortless, and it's easy to get whatever you want to get accomplished. And that, as far as some of the things I'll be teaching you, that's pretty much the goal of where you'll be at after you complete the steps that I outline. I guess we'll start out with the meditation. Try to find yourself a comfortable place to get in your pose. You can also do it in a chair if you like. If you do sit in a chair, make sure you have your feet on the ground and they're uncrossed. Same thing with your hands. Put your hands in your lap. And the way I like to do it is always put the left underneath the right. The left hand or left foot is supporting the right. And what you can do is cup your hands and put your right hand on top of your left hand and put it into your lap. Same thing with your legs. Some of you may not be able to get into the full lotus position, but a half lotus position works just fine. You're going to want to sit with your back straight as possible. And when you close your eyes in a few minutes, I'm going to ask you to kind of slightly look down. Picture like a triangle with your two knees. And that's where you're going to be looking, approximately like 2.5 feet in front of you. It's also suggested that you place your tongue on the roof of your mouth right behind your front teeth. We'll start out with some deep breathing, a little bit of relaxation, and then we'll get into the meditation more. When you're all comfortable, close your eyes. We're going to take 4 deep breaths. I'd like for you to breathe in all the way into your nose, as much as air as you can hold. Wait about 2 seconds, and then you're going to blow out all the air in your lungs. You're going to do that 4 times. So the first one, breathe in through your nose. And breathe out through your mouth. Breathe into your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Let all the air out. Breathe into your nose. And breathe out through your mouth. Now take more of a regular breath through your nose and mouth. Continue to do so. Try to breathe in 4 beats, hold for 2, and then breathe out for 4 beats and hold for 2. Paul McCartney talked about the notes of a song. What's more important is not the notes you play, but the time between the notes. And that's the way I like to think of this. You breathe in through your nose, hold it, and breathe out through your mouth, and then you're going to wait 2 seconds or so right there. You're going to do that 2 times on each breath. You'll be able to feel like a regular cycle beginning after a few minutes. Just continue breathing. Remember to have your eyes closed but looking down at the floor or an area. If you're sitting in a chair, just slightly look down a little. And you want to also have a slight smile. Keep your tongue behind your front teeth. Just imagine breathing in good air. And when you breathe out, you're breathing out any stress, anxiety, anything that's bothering you, that's stored up in your system. You want to breathe that out. Continuing with your eyes closed and the slow rhythmic breathing, focus on your back. That's one of the two things I'm going to have you really focus on. Make sure your back is straight. You're not leaning backwards or forwards. You're not tilting to the side. You have a straight alignment of your back. Continue the breathing. As you're breathing and paying attention to your back, making sure it remains straight, you want to also follow your stomach as it rises and falls with each breath. Remember to keep your breathing slow and rhythmic. Don't forget the spaces in between. At this point, I'd like for you to take another deep breath like we did in the beginning. In through your nose, and out through your mouth. Focus on your back. Focus on your stomach rising and falling with each breath. If you're currently having any thoughts, just let them fly by you like clouds. Don't put any emotion into those thoughts. Just let them fly by. Acknowledge that they're there, but that's it. As you practice more and more, you learn to focus your mind more so the thoughts will be less. But don't get discouraged if you continue to have them. The big thing is not to put any emotional attachment to them. Notice the air around you as you're breathing and concentrating on your stomach rising and falling. Is it cool? Is it warm? Is there a breeze? Pay attention to your mood. How do you feel emotionally? Remind yourself this is your time. Continue to have your tongue press against the back of your front teeth. Slight smile. Look slightly ahead with your head tilted slightly downward. Continue your slow, rhythmic breathing with the breaks. Allow your thoughts to float away, to float past you. You'll save them for another time. This time is for you. Imagine that you feel the sun on your skin. You're outside. It's summertime. You've got that excitement in your being that always shows up around summertime. You're by a large lake. Picture the trees around the lake surrounding the coastline as they bend side to side with the breeze. You're on the pier now to this large lake. As you continue your breathing, focusing on your back, imagine lying at a inner tube, large inner tube, black inner tube, into the water. Bend down and get into the inner tube. Have your feet and arms hanging from the sides, so you can gently touch the water. Feel the contrast of your feet and hands in the water, the cool water, with the sun on your skin. You're floating on the lake, surrounded by trees. It's a beautiful blue day. No one else is around. It's totally silent except for birds and for the branches rustling against each other as the wind blows. Imagine yourself further into the lake. Near the shore, but you're away from the pier now. Off to the left-hand side, the lake breaks off into a small stream. It's a rolling stream, but it's very gentle. And you gently glide towards it. From time to time, you'll be close to the shore. Other times you'll be more toward the middle of the stream that goes to the left. Your hands and feet can feel the lily pads. It's as if the lily pads are trying to grasp you, like long, slender arms with round hands, trying to grab your hands and feet. Not in a bad way, they're just trying to touch you. You can slightly raise up your arms and feet, and you can miss those lily pads. Notice all the lily pads around you, how they grasp at you. But you don't have to grasp them. Just gently glide in the stream on your inner tube with the sun. As you float through the stream more, you find that you've got through all the lily pads and there's no more. Just an occasional branch or two that you have to navigate around. That's not a big deal. You're relaxed on a nice, beautiful lake. The lily pads, you soon learn that they don't have any control over you. They're just there. They're living their own life, as is yourself. It's okay if they touch you, but you don't have to touch them. Glide further and further down the stream. Sometimes you spin a little. Still feel that warm sun on you. You come to a branch in the water. Acknowledge the branch is there. Don't worry about the branch. You will float around it. Don't place any kind of attachment or emotional attachment on anything that is in the water. It's mostly clear anyway. We tend to float toward these things. Continue with your breathing as you gently glide down the stream. Feel the freedom of just letting go. So many people have difficulties with just letting go and surrendering. There's not a better feeling out there once you get used to it. Just allow yourself to twist and turn down this beautiful little stream. It has large trees along the edge. Let the trees do what they will. You're gliding. You're just floating above the water on a beautiful summer day. And it makes you happy. Continue breathing. Concentrate on your stomach rising and falling. Is your back straight? As you float down this stream effortlessly, begin to feel like a love of nature or a love feeling in your heart. Why not? It's a beautiful day anyways. extend that outward. Feel how everything fits together in its own way that surrounds you. By floating in the stream, you are part of that. You're not fighting it. You're no longer going upstream and struggling. You're going with the path. And it's a very gentle path, and it's effortless. We try to make it difficult by trying to change our directions, to go a direction that we don't have to go, but we think we need to. It all falls into place when you fall into the stream. Enjoy this light floating feeling that you have. Surrender yourself to the sun, to nature, to the trees, to the lily pads, to the branches. There's no reason to cover and protect yourself. You are part of it. You're not an enemy of this, and nothing will happen to you because you are one with this. Continue to float downstream. Become more aware of the sounds, feelings. Has your feeling inside changed? I'd like for you to take another deep breath, like you did in the beginning. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Just continue to glide. Let the love you feel inside you echo throughout the trees, throughout the small cliffs and bridges. Just allow yourself to be. Lying on the inner tube, gliding downstream, focusing on your breathing, enjoying the sun. Sweat out the love for everything. Sweat it out of your pores so it goes off around you. Love and surrender. Get used to that feeling of just closing your eyes and allowing the inner tube to take you wherever it wishes. You're going with the flow of the water. It won't misdirect you. Just allow it to happen, to take you wherever it wishes. It's beautiful. In a couple minutes, you're going to come to another pier. You'll be able to see how far you've come. You'll see the lily pads that you once slightly became entangled in. But now you notice the flowers coming from them. They weren't there to harm you, they were there to give you gifts of flowers. Beautiful flowers. Now I have a more attached feeling to the feeling of nature. Feel one. You're a part of it all, and everything is a part of you. You just have to go with the stream. Follow the stream wherever it leads. It's effortless. I had you see the pier I was speaking about. The stream naturally brings you toward that direction. Begin to awaken a little because it's time to get out of the inner tube. Back up on the pier. The inner tube is just a vehicle, just as our body is. We can allow our body to go with the flow of the stream, just as well as the inner tube, to make your life effortless, where you don't get all tangled up, where it's easy to glide. That's the goal. Once you reach that point, it's beautiful. You're at the pier right now. You reach for one of the posts to pull yourself up out of the water. You stand on the pier. You can slowly open your eyes. Awaken at your own time. Remember that freedom you felt on the water. No attachments. Going with the flow of nature. With love. When you're ready, wake yourself up. Have a beautiful day. Thank you.